Hello trader, welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. Past weeks we have seen there was a significant volatility in most of the instrument, and we are almost heading to the end of the month and expecting further volatility in all those instruments that we will be trading. In this weekly Forex forecast, I will be looking at DXY, British Pound US Dollar, NZD USD, AUD USD, Euro Dollar, XAU USD, Dollar CAD, GBP JPY, and dollar yen. I'll be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis to see where we can find trading opportunity. If you guys excited about this weekly Forex forecast, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So without further delay, let's begin this week's weekly Forex forecast. Okay, traders, so let's begin with DXY, as DXY will give us clear direction about most of the USD pairs, including gold, and then we will be looking at other instrument as well. Starting with DXY, beginning with the highest time frame, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, as expected, we can see that after retesting this monthly support, DXY managed to bounce from this level on the monthly, and after forming double top here, we can see there was a breakdown to the support, and we have seen that there is a bounce from this level. Currently the price potentially approaching this neckline, which is an important level of support in the past, which is turning resistance. And before it retest, as we can see on the monthly, it is already quite extensively overextended. We may see now potential deeper pullback as the market reach almost to the resistance, expecting this week further pullback before it bounce back up to retest this resistance line. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly perspective, after this weekly bullish engulfer, we have seen previous week a narrow candle formation, which is potentially a continuation pattern on DXY. And this week we see that after opening with a gap, there was a very strong bounce with a long wick at the top. And what we can expect on DXY currently, as the market managed to bounce, there is a gap open, expecting for this price to retest and then to drop again for a deeper pullback. As back-to-back 3 weeks we have seen significant an upside. What I think that this week we might see a retest of this support that will also take down for a deeper pullback before moving back up. So we might see initial drop on DXY in my opinion. Now if we look at the daily chart, we can see that the trend is still strongly bullish. We can see that there was a massive bounce on the daily from here, with that bounce back to back 2 narrow doji formation on the daily, followed by we can see another bounce followed by 2 narrow doji formation. We can see that currently the market in a bullish trend, and last day of trading week there is a daily candle formation, which in fact from this weekless candle there was a breakdown with a stronger momentum here. And what we can expect currently on DXY for the price to retest, and then we may see what I think that for a deeper pullback to the support before continue to the upside. Though the trend is still up, we can expect a deeper pullback. Now from the intraday perspective, we can see the market currently here, we can see series of lower high on the 4-hour time frame, and we might see a liquidity gap here. If we closely look at, we can see every session the market is forming series of lower high in that zone. And because it's forming series of lower high, what we can expect on DXY for the market to retest and then to drop down again to the support level. This is where we might see potential trading opportunity, and I think that we might see potentially deeper pullback, and this could be the wave for the upcoming week on DXY. And based on that, let's look at other instrument, starting with the GBP USD. Again, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now, from the monthly, we can see that GBPUSD also, it is a long-term bull market. Starting from here, we have seen that there was a massive bounce, and followed by, we can see from here there was a drop here. This is the monthly candle formation on GBPUSD. The price has broken this support level, and with that break of support, the price has broken below, and now it's what I think that we might see a potentially pullback before it try to drop again. So therefore, if we look at the weekly chart, we can see that back to back 3 weeks there was significant drop. The market has broken this weekly support, and the candle closed with a doji formation. Now what we can expect this week for the price, what I think that after a retest, we may see that the price is going back up to retest the resistance line above this weekly doji. There is high liquidity, and we may see that the price is going back up to grab the liquidity before dropping back down again. Now, if we look at the daily chart on British pound US dollar, we can see that from the daily perspective also there was a daily drop here. From here there was a massive drop, consolidation, and we can see that there is another drop here to the support level. Now what we can see in this area, this is the daily narrow candle followed by another daily bull candle. Now what we can expect in the upcoming session for the market to drop for a deeper pullback and then to go back up to retest this resistance, as it is currently in a bullish momentum. Now from the 4-hour perspective on GBPUSD, we can see that there was quite a few liquidity candle formation. This is where there is a high liquidity in that zone. We saw that there was an inverted head and shoulder formation with a stronger liquidity gap followed by another doji formation from the 4-hour time frame, and therefore what we can expect in the upcoming session for the market to retest and then to continue to rise, as this could be the wave for the upcoming week on GBPUSD, which is basically a complete mirror of DXY. We can look for potential bullish trading opportunity in the beginning of the week as soon as we see price action confirmation on British pound US dollar. Now let's look at NZD USD, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Like the euro dollar GBP USD, we can see that NZD USD also was in a long-term bull market. We have seen there was a significant bounce this month. We have seen that there was a huge drop, which is basically currently in a downtrend on the lower time frame, but we might see that deeper pullback as the market already has broken the previous monthly low. We can expect a potentially upside bias here. Looking at the weekly chart on NZD USD, we can see that this is the 3rd week where the market was maintaining a bearish price action on NZD USD, and what we can see here, there was a gap open, and with that gap open, the market tested this low. What I think that in this upcoming week for the market to go ahead and retest this resistance, grab the liquidity, and then to drop down again to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the daily chart on NZD USD, we can see that from the daily perspective also we can see this market in a long-term downtrend, and I think that in the upcoming days and session we might see that NZD USD is going back up to the resistance line where there is a high liquidity, and from that liquidity zone expecting NZD USD to drop down again to create new lower low. Now from the 4-hour perspective on NZD USD, we can see that there was a consolidation pattern here. The market looks like that we might see a short-term bounce here, as this market we can see it's overextended to the downside, and expecting NZD USD to create a pattern to the upside initially to this liquidity zone before breaking down. Now let's look at AUD USD. Let's see Aussie dollar, what kind of trading opportunity we have in this instrument. Looking at the monthly chart on AUD USD, we can see that on AUD USD, like the euro dollar and GBP USD and NZD USD, this market also we have seen after back-to-back 2 months of bullish move, this month the market started to drop here, and the price currently breaking below, and we may see that the price retesting this as the market has broken below, expecting now deeper pullback before dropping down further. If we look at the weekly chart on AUD USD, we can see that back to back 3 weeks of drop here on AUD USD. The market currently approaching this weekly resistance line, and with that approach of weekly resistance, expecting for the market to go ahead, break the high, grab the liquidity, and then to drop down again to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily also this is a very strongly bearish market. From here there was a big drop, narrow pullback, and we have seen another drop. The market currently trending locally to the upside, and with that upside momentum where there is a support here which is turning resistance, and I think that the price might now to try to retest this resistance. As we can see, it reached that support level, expecting deeper pullback, and I think that on AUD USD even we might see that the price is breaking that resistance line where there is high liquidity. If we look at the 4-hour time frame on AUD USD, we can see that from the 4-hour perspective, this is where local uptrending market structure, we can see a bounce pullback, another bounce narrow. It's a local uptrend creating series of higher high and higher low. What we can expect on AUD USD for the market to come down for a deeper pullback and then to bounce back, and I think that this could be the wave for the upcoming week on AUD USD. Let's look at euro dollar. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have in this market. Now euro dollar past week we have seen that there was a downtrending market structure. The price was highly volatile on euro dollar. Now let's look at first of all monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly we can see that euro dollar is currently after the back-to-back 3 months of bull move. This month so far there was a very strong drop to the monthly support level, and as the market has a huge drop in comparison with the monthly price action, we can see that it has made significant move, and we might see now a potentially deeper pullback on euro dollar. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly perspective here, this is the weekly resistance line on euro dollar, and what I think that as we can see back to back 3 weeks the market has dropped to the support level, expecting euro dollar to revert back up after retest, and I think that this week we might see the price is going back up to this liquidity zone before breaking below, as we have seen significant drop, expecting deeper pullback. Now dropping down to the daily chart on euro USD, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily move here. There is a big drop here followed by narrow pullback, and we can see there was another drop pullback. So basically the market is forming series of lower high and lower low, which is in a very strong downtrending market structure. And what we can see from the daily perspective, last day of trading week, from this very important support level, the market managed to bounce. And if we closely look at also, this is an order block here, which we have seen in the past acted here as a resistance here, support here, and which is also an important level of support here on euro USD. And last day of trading week, we saw a daily candle formation. We can expect on euro dollar this week, what I think that after initial pullback, we may see potentially upside bias in the beginning of the week. Now, looking at the 4-hour time frame on euro dollar, we can see that from the 4-hour perspective, there is a bullish move, narrow doji, bullish engulfer with a stronger liquidity grab here on euro dollar. And with that bullish engulfer, this is a very strong bullish engulfer, and I think that the price may continue to rise to the upside in the beginning of the week. Therefore, any liquidity candle formation or a stronger liquidity grab can give us potential opportunity on euro dollar. This could be the wave on euro dollar. What I think that the price might retest this liquidity zone before breaking below the support level. Now let's look at XAU USD or the gold. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have. We have seen that past week gold was in a very strong bullish momentum. Starting with again monthly chart. Now this market historically bull market. We can see that currently this is a very strongly bullish market. Starting with this inverted head and shoulder breakout pullback, and we can see that currently the market is again creating series of higher high and higher low. Previous month we have seen a candle that has long wicks on both sides. On gold we can see there's a long wick here, there's a long wick here. On both sides it's in a very strong bullish market, and currently the price has broken this monthly resistance, expecting gold to bounce back up to create a new higher high. If we look at the weekly chart on gold, we can see that from the weekly perspective also we can see this is a bull market. We have seen back-to-back 3 weeks doji formation, and in those 3 weeks of doji formation the market consolidated. We have seen a breakout followed by 2 weeks of doji formation. There was a weekly pin bar here. We can see that previous week, which in fact a very strong rejection from this support, and therefore what we can expect on gold that the market as it made its bounce to the upside, expecting gold to remain bullish as it is a long-term bull market. Now looking at the daily chart on gold, we can see that from the daily perspective also this is a bullish market. We have seen from the daily there was a breakdown here from this support level, and after break of this support the market crossed that 20 EMA, which is an important support on the daily time frame, grabbed that massive amount of liquidity, and then we have seen the market manage to bounce again. We have seen that after this doji formation on the daily the prices crossed that low, grabbed the liquidity, and we can see the market again bouncing back to the upside. Last day of trading week we can see that there is a healthy body candle on the daily, and what I think that as the market structure is highly bullish, we may see that XAUUSD is upcoming week continuing to the upside with a stronger momentum. Now for our time frame, if we look at, we can see that a bit more clearer picture. Past session we have seen there is a strong liquidity flow in that area, and with that liquidity flow expecting on XAUUSD to remain bullish to create a new higher high. So looking at a 15-minute chart and from the day trading perspective on gold, we will be waiting for this market to remain bullish, and we can see that in fact this is a very nice looking bullish market structure. The market was forming series of higher high and higher low every single day, which is a very strongly bullish, and with that series of higher low formation the market currently in a strong trend. And if we look at this trend line here, which is basically whenever the market breaking from the structure, it is respecting this trend line, which we see that in the past acting here as a support here, support here, support here. I will be waiting in the market open for a potential break of structure, and then we will be looking for going long on XAU USD. So this is the plan that we will be using in the upcoming week. So let's see what we have, and also I will keep you updated during the week with live analysis and education. Now let's look at yen pairs, starting with GBP JPY. Looking at the monthly chart on GJ, we can see that from the monthly GBP JPY is bull market. We can see that from here the market was forming series of higher low every single day, and we can see there is a monthly doji formation with series of higher low. And this month so far we can see in the first 3 weeks the market has shown significant bullish momentum. This is a long-term bull market, as we can see that from this monthly support there is a very strong rejection followed by corrected candle with a doji, and now we might see a potential trend continuation on GBP JPY, expecting for this market to go ahead and retest this resistance level. Now if we look at the weekly chart on GJ, we can see that from the weekly perspective also this is bull market. We have seen there was a bullish engulfer followed by a pin bar with a liquidity grab, and we can see there is a massive bullish engulfer followed by a doji from the weekly. Last week we saw a bit less volatility, but we can see that which is basically a bullish market here on GBP JPY, and we may see that this market is continuing to the upside with a stronger momentum. Now looking at the daily chart on GBP JPY, we can see that it is a also bullish market structure. We have seen there was a very strong bounce followed by a very stronger rejection to the downside with a stronger momentum on GJ, and the price is approaching this support level at the moment, and from this support we can see the market basically forming series of higher high and higher low, which is an uptrending market structure. We can see that in this area there was a narrow consolidation pattern, and with that narrow consolidation pattern, what we can expect on GJ for the market to come down for a deeper pullback and then to continue to the upside to create a new higher high in that direction. So looking at the 4-hour perspective on GBP JPY, what we can see that this market, this is a resistance line here on GJ, and with that resistance line, what we can expect for this market forming series of higher low. What I think that on GJ, as the market, if you guys look at it, you can see that after break of this high, it has broken below, which is basically a break of structure, and there is resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, which is basically we can see that forming a structure here. And what we can expect on GJ for the market to break that high, retest, and then to continue to the upside to create a new higher high. So this could be the wave for the upcoming week on GBP JPY. Now let's look at dollar yen. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in dollar yen. Looking at the monthly chart on dollar yen, we can see that from the monthly, dollar yen is bull market. We have seen that there was a very strong breakdown here on dollar yen, has broken to this support level with a stronger momentum, and after break of this back-to-back 3 months of breakdown to the support, this month we can see the dollar yen currently showing bullish market structure. So far in the first 3 weeks, we can see the market managed to bounce with a stronger momentum. If we look at the weekly chart on dollar yen, we can see that from the weekly, this is also bull market. We have seen that there was a bullish engulfer followed by narrow doji. Past week we saw that there was also narrow doji. We have seen that comparatively low volatility on dollar yen that might lead this price now this week to breakout. I think that we might see a retest of this previous weekly low, as below this level there is a liquidity. As the price moves from liquidity to liquidity, we can expect dollar yen to break down below this support, grab that liquidity, and then to continue to the major direction of the trend. Now if we look at the 4-hour time frame on dollar yen, we can see already there was a local breakup structure, and with that breakup structure, as we are expecting DXY to be weaker in the beginning of the week, we might expect also the dollar yen to be weaker and break to this support, any of this, and then to continue to the upside, the major direction of the trend. So any break of this support can give us potential trading opportunity on dollar yen. Traders, I strongly believe that you enjoyed this weekly Forex forecast. If you enjoy, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.